I am back on your screens. Ghana drew 1-1 against Gabon. We are talking whether the Ghana Black Stars can still qualify to the next phase of the tournament. Disappointing outcome. A game many thought that the Black Stars would have sent it off. Is it the first 1-1 draw of the AFCON? Yes. If statistically I'm right, the other games that have ended in stalemates have been 0-0. I remember Sudan, Guinea-Bissau ended 0-0. I remember Algeria, this game also ended 0-0. Then Senegal versus Guinea also ended 0-0. That one game was played on Friday. So this is it. Just to give you some perspective of some of the things that transpired after the game. Many of you would notice that the referee gave a Ghanaian player a red card. And there have been questions on social media about why a Ghanaian player was given a red card and all that. In the course of the game, especially from the 86th to 87th minute, you notice that Daniel Tre was fouled by a Gabonese player. He kicked the ball this way, and Daniel Tre fell and was lying down. So Baaraman kicked the ball out. So when the Gabonese had an opportunity to throw the ball, they attacked and went and scored. So what the Black Stars players were expecting was that the Gabonese were going to give them fair play. Fair play in the sense that Tre was injured and they kicked the ball out. So when you kick the ball out, they should give the ball back to you for you to play and all that. But the Gabonese did not give the ball back to Ghana. They went and scored. The FIFA rule on fair play is not mandatory. Yes. It's not, yes. If the referee from South Africa? No, he's not from South Africa. He's from Algeria. The South African referee reports has said he was going to officiate the game. Is Gomez. He has handled Ghana Benin in the 2019 African Cup of Nations. The game Andrea used scored in no, that was not the referee. The referee who handled today's game was Lalu Beraman from Algeria. He was assisted by Tiama of Burkina Faso, and Mohamed Amin was the fourth referee from Egypt. I've forgotten the name of the first assistant referee. He's from Tunisia. Seydou. That was the other assistant referee. He's from Sudan. So he's not a South African at all. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that maybe they decided to cheat Ghana because of what transpired in the World Cup qualifiers and all that. No. He's an Algerian referee. So the Black Stars players were hoping for fair play. They didn't get the fair play. And now they are so disappointed. They were angry. They acted angrily. That led to the red card of one of the Black Stars players, Benjamin Tete. He was number 25 in the team. He was given a straight red card by the referee. So he will not be available for the next game on Tuesday. Milovan Rajevac, in his post-match press conference, is still optimistic that Ghana can qualify to the next phase of the competition. And that's what many people have asked me on social media. Just a couple of minutes ago, I was on television, and most of the messages that came through were also asking if Ghana can qualify. Yes, Ghana can qualify. If Ghana beat Comoros, they will have 4 points. Again, before I proceed, let me tell you one thing. They say, Ghanaians, we are all Professor Alotis, mathematicians. We like mathematics anytime we are participating in major competitions. Yeah. So at this point, the math has begun. Ghana would need to beat Comoros to stand a chance of qualifying. If they draw, they're out of the tournament. And it will be the worst outing we've had since 2006. The last time Ghana lost its first opening game, which was 2006, they won the second game against Senegal and lost the last game against Zimbabwe, and were knocked out of the group stages. That time, the tournament had 16 teams participating. Again, in the 2010 and 2015 editions, when Ghana lost their opening group games in the tournament, they went ahead and made it to the final of the competition. So history has a way of either favoring or going against Ghana. 2006, they lost the opening game and exited the tournament. 2010, they lost the opening game and ended up going to the final. 2015, they lost the opening game and ended up going to the final. So all these are possibilities. They happen. So let me explain why the Black Stars will qualify to the round of 16 if they're able to beat Comoros. If they beat Comoros, they will have 4 points. As it stands now, Gabon have got 4 points. Gabon will be playing Morocco at the same time. The hope is that Gabon should lose to Morocco. If Gabon loses to Morocco and Ghana beats, say, Comoros by 2 goals, Ghana will finish ahead of Gabon in Group C. So they will be second in the group. If Ghana beats Comoros by 2 goals, and Gabon and Morocco also play out a draw, what it will mean is that Ghana will finish third. And in the tournament of 24 nations, the third best placed teams often qualify to round of 16. Most of you would recall that in the 2013 Under-20 World Cup in Turkey, Ghana had only 3 points, but they made it to the next stage and subsequently made it to was it the final or the semi-final? I remember, yeah, I remember so well, where they beat Chile, lost to France. Yes, they did. Yeah, it was rather in the semi-final because the team met France in the semi-final and France made it to the final and won the tournament. So that is it. It's possible. Ghana can still qualify. Even Ghana can qualify with 3 points. But at this point, Ghana cannot get 3 points in the tournament. The maximum they can get is 4. The minimum they can get is 2. No, the minimum they can get is even 1 point. Yeah, minimum they can get is 1 point. That is if they lose to Comoros. So if Comoros also beat Ghana, Comoros would still be hopeful, but their hope will be quite slim because of the other countries in the other group that have got 4 points. That will make it very difficult for them to progress to the next stage. That is just the explanation I wanted to offer. Coming back to the Black Stars players standing, excuse my language, aloof, and expecting the referee to blow his whistle and call for fair play, as experienced as they are, I'm not sure they should have done that. You can share with me your thoughts on the comments section. I'll read them. Just share with me your thoughts on what you make of the performance of the Black Stars and whether they can qualify to the next phase of the tournament. Drop your comments and I'll read your comments here. So let me say that I feel it was, quote unquote, excuse my language again, silly for the players to be standing and waiting for fair play. In a competitive game, competitive tournament as it was, you were not expecting them to. This one, Moro Eric, he said, Ghana has become average, of which people from Ghana are not even confident about. Well, has the team become average? Yeah, it appears so, because this is not the Black Stars many of us know. The Black Stars that dominated world football. I say world football because they made it to a quarterfinal of the 2010 World Cup. They were standing up against some of the best teams in the world. Now, the Black Stars cannot do that. But back to the players standing aloof. The FIFA rule on fair play is not mandatory. So don't expect anyone to be standing. So Ghana needs 2 goals to qualify. Not necessarily 2 goals. They don't necessarily need 2 goals. We should have second one more. So let me answer the first question and come back to the other one. Not necessarily 2 goals. Even if they win 1-0, they will still have 4 points. So the 4 points would mean that other teams in other groups have also got 4 points. That's why it's going to be very competitive because it is the third best placed teams that will qualify to the next phase. So countries that have scored more than Ghana are likely to, per the regulations of the tournament, will be considered ahead of Ghana. So that's what the regulations are. Ghana can qualify. If you score 2, it's a plus. But even with 1-0 win, 4 points, the Black Stars can still progress to the next phase of the tournament. Back to the explanation I was making before the questions came through. And you can continue to ask your questions. I'll try and provide answers to the questions I have answers to. The FIFA rule is not mandatory. In a competitive game, don't expect to be standing for your opponent to do you a favor by giving you the ball. Gabon knew that a draw would get them to qualify to the next stage. So they didn't need to be fair to you. Because if they had lost that game, it would blow quite open the group. Chances of them losing to Morocco was going to be very high. Chances of Ghana beating Comoros is very high. So at this point, Ghana stood a better chance of qualifying. So why were you expecting them to do you a favor? That favor was never going to happen. So the explanation from Andre Ayew that they expected Gabon to do Ghana a favor because of fair play Milovan also saying that he expected them to do Ghana a favor because of fair play. It's neither here nor there. Ghana goofed, and they are now struggling to qualify to the next phase of the tournament. Now, let me talk about the general performance of the team. I think today was a much better improvement than what we saw against Morocco. I say this based on the fact that I felt the players were more aggressive. I felt the players were more hungrier today than we saw them against Morocco. But I have a reservation about Milovan Rajevac. 10 years ago, the one goal project that you were using to reach the final of the AFCON, that was actually 11 years ago. You used to reach the final of the AFCON, or even 12 years, 2010. 2010, yes. You used to reach the final of the AFCON. You used to reach the quarterfinal of the FIFA World Cup. It's not going to work anymore. So anytime he scores and he sits back, it's really difficult. There are people who say that if Gabon had equalized much earlier, they probably would have won this game. And I don't disagree with such people because they were more aggressive. They came hard at the Balck Stars and could have won this game if they had equalized much earlier. So I think that Milovan Rajevac once again did not get it right in his approach. He was boisterous before the media in the post-match press conference, saying that he is the coach. He makes decisions as and when he feels like making those decisions. He says that as a coach, if he doesn't feel he needs to make changes to the team, he will not make changes. If he feels he needs to make changes, yeah, and I agree. Ghana pays him $30,000 to make decisions. If he fails, as you and I already know, his contract is supposed to expire in February, just next month. If he fails to win the AFCON, his contract will not be renewed. If he wins the AFCON, his contract will be renewed till September. So he has a lot to do for himself. Win the AFCON and have your contract renewed, or it will not be renewed. $100,000 sign-on fee that you agree with the FA, $300,000 when you win the AFCON. Yeah, so Ghanaians have decided to use their taxpayers' money to pay you to make decisions on behalf of the country. But you need to project the team. Ghanaians are very passionate about football. So when they're supporting the team, they don't expect to see these lethargic kind of performances that we have witnessed. He brought in his substitutions once again quite late. When he was going to change Kamaldeen for Edmonado, there was a question. We should have scored one more goal. I agree with you, Desmond. Hey, man, any word on Kudus? We hope to have him this weekend. It is still unclear. The FA was supposed to make an arrangement for him to arrive in the team this weekend, but it's still unclear where he will be in camp. I'll try and follow up with the FA. I'll try and follow up to see whether there are some kind of discussions at the background to ensure that Kudus Mohammed is able to come. Back to the substitutions of Milo. Once again, quite late. He was making his substitutions in the 90th minute. Yeah, there was an early substitution he made within 60 minutes into the game, bringing on Edmonado for Kamaldeen Suleiman. So at that point, I felt he was going to protect the lead that he had because he now had three midfielders, Thomas Partey, Baba Idrisu, and Monado. But later on, he pulled out Baba Idrisu and brought on Joseph Pinsil. So I was quite confused. If he was going to protect the game, Joseph Pinsil is quite an offensive player. So if you're going to make those changes, I didn't quite understand what he was trying to do. I thought maybe he still thought he could score again. So let's go at them. Let's have players who run at them. Why is the coach not playing Boachi Yadom? I will try and answer that question. The last time I had a conversation with people within the technical team of the Balck Stars, they had complained about how aggressive and fast this tournament is. And Boachi Yadom, in their opinion, is very slow. And most of us would agree based on what we saw in the friendly matches, the friendly match against Algeria. And also, the World Cup qualifiers, the one against Ethiopia and South Africa. Most people would agree that, yeah, Boachi Yadom actually is slow. But he's always been a slow striker. Also, he suffered a severe injury when he went to China, and that's really affected him. Football is a game of chance. This one from Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah, it's a game of chance, but Ghana did not take their chances. I'm not even sure Ghana created many chances in this game that they were going to take. I think there was one opportunity that the Balck Stars should have taken. Ayew. He should have released the ball to Joseph Pencil after he initiated a counter-attack. Unfortunately, he did not do that. He said that we are playing so poor. Even if we qualify, I see us going nowhere. From Germany. Ismail Ibrahim, I agree with you. Ayew brothers, I don't think they are still relevant. Ayew scored today, so I think they are still relevant. It's just that they need to be up and doing and stop being selfish. I say selfish in the sense that if Ayew had passed that ball to Joseph Pencil, who had cut open the defense of Gabon, Ghana probably would have quite. The Ghanaian team is very weak. I agree with you. Okay, so now let me say one thing. In the opinion of most of the players, they think that the quality in the team is on the low. Most of the players. The quality in the team is very low. And this is coming from senior members of the team. They've leveled a plethora of allegations about how some players are called in at the expense of others. They think that there are more quality players out there who deserve call-ups to the Balck Stars. They're not giving them those call-ups. So most often you watch some of the players and you can even tell that they're not committed. Ayew fought very hard balls. Yes, I think he did. I think Ayew fought very hard today and even scored. Today, yes. He did well. He was actually one of the engines of the team. In fact, my only reservation was the not releasing the ball. What happened to Wakaso? Wakaso has been injured. He suffered an injury when, even before Ghana played South Africa in the World Cup qualifiers. Most of you who follow me on my Twitter page, at Muftar_Nabila, would have noticed that I tweeted when the team was going to Doha that Wakaso was injured and it was unclear he would play in the tournament. Still, the coaches took him. What they told me was that doctors will work on him for them to see whether he'll be fit. Doctors have been working on him, but there's still no sign that he'll be available. He was not on the bench for the opening day. He was not on the bench for today's game too. If they don't drop the Ayew brothers, we won't qualify. I'm not sure the Ayew brothers in particular are the problem with the Balck Stars. I have a different opinion. In as much as we expect them to do well for the team, my opinion is that it's a collective team that must do well together. And I am so sorry for Ghana team. Yes, thank you for being sorry for us. He said that Ghanaian football is sick, both the national team and the local teams. You're telling me that they are, bro. Now let me explain why I think that it's a teamwork. It's a teamwork. If Ayew scores and Ghana wins, it's a success for Ghana. If Jordan scores and Ghana wins, even if he delivers a pass, that's why I think there's a teamwork. Okay, so today, for instance, Thomas Partey is not getting the flack he's supposed to get because his quality deserves more than what we are seeing of Thomas Partey. Daniel Tre was out of sauce. Kamaldeen Suleiman, it's not a Kamaldeen Suleiman that many see at Rennes. Fatal Issahaku is good enough for the 2 matches. I think so. Milovan Rajevac actually likes Fatal Issahaku. Yes, this I can say on authority. They need a total overhaul. Well, the GFA president would agree that the team needs a total overhaul. He thinks that there's quality that's capable. This is not about the Ayew brothers. The general flow of the game is not there. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So I think I saw people calling, saying that, oh, they should have kept CK Akono and all that. I don't know what to make of that, but it was the same CK Akono people had reservations about and said that Milovan Rajevac has come to make the Balck Stars a better team, but what we are witnessing is not what we... So it's not what we expected to see from Milo, because people have said that it was a nostalgia appointment. I'm beginning to believe so. The coach is trash and don't know how to change. Is he really trash? He took Ghana to our highest points ever. Ghana mentioned this German. He said, please, do we stand a chance to qualify when we win our next game? Yes, Ghana stands a chance to qualify. You nearly cried, not you alone. The emotions went high at so many places. There are people who would tell you that they no longer support the Black Stars, but when the national team is involved, the emotions always go high. I was talking about senior players within the team complaining about the quality. Ghana team is a disappointment. Yeah, they are really disappointing. Considering the standards the Black Stars have reached, this is one of the lowest ebb of the national team. It will be worse, the worst ever AFCON the country have had since 2006 if they fail to progress to the next stage. Why is Fatai Isako always benched? I was saying Milovan Rajevac really likes the boy, but I don't know why. I'm struggling to explain why. I'll try and nose into the technical team to get answers as to why. Hopefully the next one I should be able to provide an answer. They need to play more compact football, and that's what Milovan always does. But unfortunately, the results are not coming. The results are not coming. Let them come home and register their SIM card. Oh, most of these players, they don't use local phone numbers. So they use their foreign-based number. I don't know where they are domiciled, they will need to re-register their SIM cards again. And this one, the coach can't help us to the World Cup. He might. Ayew brothers are not our problem. The coach is not good. I think I agree with you. I think that would be Prince Kelly. I agree with you. We can't qualify if we play this. Yes, true. It's true. If Ghana continue to play this way, it will be very difficult for a team to qualify. I remember the days of Anthony Yeboah, Adete Lamte, Abedi Pele, etc. The fighting spirit was very high, but now we don't have that anymore. Ghana do not deserve to continue. Oh, Vincent. Milo's changes are not good enough. Yes, I think so. But actually, I do not like any Ghanaian coach. They are manipulated so much at the top level. You'll be surprised even if this man too is manipulated. You'll be very surprised because the players he wanted to take to the AFCON, if Milo is willing to open up and speak, he will open can of worms. Wrong players at the wrong team. Well, I did the wrong players. Maybe, hopefully, the team comes good against Comoros and qualifies. Hopefully. So let me just wrap up the conversation. We are doing almost 30 minutes here. We have to start all over by developing our football back home. What is with Kudus? Kudus, we expect him this weekend in camp. If Kudus does not appear in camp this weekend, I'm trying to hazard that Ajax is not sure the team can progress to the next phase because Ajax medical team gave assurance to the GFA that yes, they have monitored his injury situation and they were hopeful that yeah, he's now available to play. But even if he shows up, he lacks match fitness. He's been injured since November. Yeah, since November. Exactly 2 months ago today. Yes, exactly 2 months ago today. He suffered that injury against South Africa. It was a rib injury. They can still qualify, but not good enough or prepared to compete. So football is a game of chance. We had a good chance. They scored in 2006, but we couldn't do anything. Well, it's a game of chance. Unfortunately, the Black Stars have failed. We need him still. Yes, we need Kudus. I think we need him. We will blame Nigeria for this. They are not supporting Ghana. Maduka, why? Don't blame Nigeria. Apologies for that. I noticed that the network broke down. Thank you for the analysis. You love it. Thank you very much. Thank you for loving the analysis. But let me just wrap up. We've done 25 minutes. Let me just wrap up. Thank you for the best analysis. Much love from South Africa. I will follow you in all your platforms. Thank you. U20 is stronger than the Black Stars. Hazakes ladies. And then the number 23 and 2 were good today. I think so. I think Andy Yadom had a good game. But one thing, let me mention one thing. Andy Yadom got injured. He was screaming at the coach to substitute him, and the coach did not substitute him. He's injured. He got injured in that game. He was screaming at the coach to substitute him, and the coach did not substitute him. Ghana will qualify. We hope so. I'm a Nigerian, but still won the Black Stars in the competition. Well, thank you. Most of the Nigerian names, you have to pardon me. Sometimes I find it very difficult pronouncing them. I'm a fan of Nigerian movies. I like watching Nigerian movies. I'm familiar with most of the names, like Chinedu, Onyeka, OB and all those things, but some of the long names, okay, Chukwu and I'm able to, some of the other ones I'm not able to. This message is from the Netherlands. Unfortunately, I cannot understand the language you are speaking. Sorry about that. I cannot read some of the messages because of the language. Yadam cannot defend. Oh, the president thinks we can win AFCON and reach World Cup semis. Oh, how would you say our president is a funny dude? Please. Okay. The rapper was in German. Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for the correction. I've been saying let's wrap up, but you continue to engage more. Do Ghana still have a chance of qualifying for the World Cup? I think it's possible. The draw will happen on the 17th. So Ghana will know the opponent they will be playing at the final round of the World Cup qualifiers on the 17th. Yes, the draw will happen on the 17th. Our last match, we should draw. Oh, if Ghana draws that game, they will have 2 points and they will come home. And to be the worst ever since 2006. 2006, they exited at the group stages after losing to Nigeria, winning 1-0 against Senegal, and losing to Zimbabwe. So that was the story of 2006. But since then, the team had been at the semi-final stage until 2019, where they were knocked out of the round of 16, losing on penalties to Tunisia. Hi, bro. My name is Yao. I'm in Ghana. And he's based in Canada. He said Ghana performance is poor. Yeah, it's poor. This one, in terms of players he picked, maybe they were not good. Uncle, we can use this same team to qualify for the World Cup. We can't use it here. Well, maybe football is very funny. It can tell you things you never expected to happen. So there's still possible that Ghana can still qualify. It's a possibility. Yeah. And this one, Ghana will surprise everybody. Yes. I like your optimism. Just like Keto Craig, the FA president. The coach has no game plan. That's Milovan Rajevac. He says Milovan Rajevac doesn't have a game plan. I think he has one. Most of the officials of the FA will tell you that they like his understanding of the game. How I wish we didn't qualify for the World Cup playoffs. One disappointment to the other. I can feel your pain, but qualifying to the World Cup is huge. So hopefully the team will make amends of the poor showings we've seen so far in the African Cup of Nations and progress to the next stage. If they fail to progress to the next stage, March, there's an opportunity for them to qualify to the World Cup. If they make it, that's a big plus for us. Ghana must win Comoros to qualify because I don't think Gabon will beat Morocco. Yeah, but football is funny. They should just ban the Balck Stars for them to build up. Simple. Do you think Ghana can win any of the top 5 teams of the World Cup playoff? It's possible. Football is funny. Whoever thought Ghana would beat Egypt 6-1 in Kumasi prior to the 2014 FIFA World Cup? Whoever thought it was a possibility? No one did, but the Balck Stars did. So it's possible. The players are not good individually and not as a team. The players are good individually and not as a team. And this one too, he says, good luck. You're wishing, well, the good luck, hopefully. Let me give you some small news. Good luck for the next game and have a good night. German translation. Thank you. Yeah. Germans love Ghana. Yes. You know, I remember the 2014 World Cup, the kind of game the Balck Stars gave to Germany. And the 2010 World Cup, the Balck Stars really competed against Germany until they lost 1-0 to the Germans, courtesy of that goal from Mesut Ozil. And then the 2014 World Cup, the two teams drew 2-2 in the second group game of the World Cup before the Balck Stars lost to Portugal 2-1 and exited the tournament. I am from German too. We should work on how our physique and our speed. Attention. I don't know if the coaches will do all these things. Sometimes you speak to the coaches and they tell you a lot of things that gives you hope. And at the end, you come and, trust me, most of you might have seen the lineup I released. I released the Balck Stars lineup this morning. I got it last night, just around this time that I got the Balck Stars lineup. And the way they were very optimistic that they were going to win. Unfortunately, it didn't come to pass. Ghana had that, if Ghana had won, I hope to read your message again. Hopefully it pops out for me to read it because I really appreciate clubs like Alfred Duncan and Co. who are not giving. the competition has exposed the team. I think so. That's really exposed the Black Stars. Thank you very much. I wanted to give lots of news, but some of your comments that are coming through, it's very necessary I read some of those comments because I'm here to engage you, and I appreciate that you are also engaging me in this conversation. But just to wrap up the conversation, the most important thing is that if the Black Star qualifies for round of 16, maybe it sets the tone for them to end the 40 years of failure to win the African Cup of Nations. And hopefully, everyone achieves that success. If they win, every Ghanaian will be happy. If they fail to win, every Ghanaian will be sad. Hopefully, the next game, they will win and progress to the next stage. See you again. I appreciate your company here. Stay safe. COVID is still with us. Stay safe. Your health is very critical. Recent times, anytime I'm wrapping up, I make sure that I give you that message. COVID is still with us. It has taken so many lives. Don't say it can never be me, because life is quite unpredictable. Good night to everyone. Thank you for joining me. I am Muftar Abdullah.